start with that. So fab, that, isn't it? Is that spray?
It's airbrush, which is amazing.
We are live.
Thank you. Hello, welcome to the YBMB Show. It's Wednesday, and so we're talking mindset. I will say that all of this makeup that I have on is thank you to lovely team that I've been working with. I've had a photo shoot today for a magazine, so I won't see too much detail about that to talk about another time. But what I didn't realise is that the lady who is the photographer who's commissioned to do this piece today is also the owner of an amazing art gallery. Her name is Annemarie Bickerton. I've got her here with me.
Hello.
So, and what we're going to talk about today is, well, we started chatting about it, Annemarie and I. We started talking about anxiety. We're trying to get us both in the picture here, but we started to talk about mindset and creativity, and how sometimes very creative people tend to those traits tend to coincide with anxiety. Then we got on to talking about how creativity can be such an outlet for, you know, when you have anxiety as well. And then I started thinking about, you know, the whole business community and how, particularly during lockdown, but you know, just generally as well, that anxiety is a trait that we all share, you know, to varying degrees. And what it really is, anxiety is sort of imagined fear, isn't it? It's our brain working overtime, thinking about, you know, what could happen. And then so we sort of have this great imagination of what could happen. And then we imagine all these awful things. And then we have to struggle to sort of get out of that anxiety again. And so we started talking about creativity and how that's an amazing outlet. And also the fact that you don't have to be an amazing artist, but since we have so much amazing art here, and Annemarie has brought amazing artists together, I thought I'd get Annemarie to sort of talk about some of the work that she's done here. It's a really, really unique take on art. So Annemarie, tell us about it. Tell us about this, so and then I'll show them some beautiful things here.
So the Bickerton Grace Gallery that we have here, we do something called the Sentiment Collection. And the Sentiment Collection is all about bringing artists together and sharing art in a collective and connecting through art. So it's connecting through the medium of art, and that's what this celebrates. We've got 100 artists that have sent us art from all over the world, and it's phenomenal. And in the showroom and gallery that we have here are some of the artists that we can show you, and it ranges from street art to, we've got the airbrush, classical artists, gosh, I can't even think of the words for it. It's every kind of art you can imagine. And touching on the anxiety thing, a lot of the artists involved in this collection really do suffer with that. So this is an incredible outlet for them.
Yeah,
and
really
being part of a collective is probably quite unusual for them as well, because they work very much on their own. So coming together in this way has been quite amazing.
So what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at some of these pieces here and get Annemarie to tell us about it. So like you did for me.
Here, so this is by Carol Lucas, and she is the most incredible airbrush artist. So she's done this Amy Winehouse piece and some George Michael pieces, but she also collaborates with us and decorates some of our bikes. So we've got these electric motorbikes, which are very beautiful. Yeah. And we call them the art bikes. So it's the art bike collection.
I'm going to have to sort of get in the piece so that I can show you properly. Hold on. Here. Some of these. This one. Yeah.
So Mervyn's so this wonderful piece above us is also one of the Mervyn's artists called Mr. Mina.
Wow.
Again, taking street art and making it legal and using it. I think there was a piece done in the news recently, which I think
Angela, your hand is on the speaker.
Oh, can you hear it all right now? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear now. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah. So tell us about that one, Annemarie.
So these are called the electrolights. This one is the electrolight that we have embellished. So Robert Grace, who's the Grace part of the Bickerton Grace Gallery, he has embellished it with 24 karat gold leaf and Swarovski crystals. And it's just something. But he also does other pieces.
Beautiful, yeah.
But yeah, like I said, it's functional art, bringing art together.
And then show us some of the, you were saying to us about the sentiment art, which I just love this whole concept, but I think if we show it to some people, they'll explain it, they'll understand it a bit better.
So we created the sentiment wall, which is, it's part of the storytelling. The sentiment wall is 100 artists.
Yeah.
And we take their piece of artwork, we divide it into 1,000 pieces, into the iconic jigsaw shape. I'll take one out and show you. And then you get these beautiful, beautiful individual pieces of artwork from one of the pieces of artwork. And this is the whole painting that's on the back. And that is 1,000th of that painting. And this one was sent from Romania. Her name is Anka Gitaria, and her painting is stunning, which you can see. And all of these little pieces represents one of the artists in the collection.
Not lovely. And then, different people can have different pieces of the same artwork. And that's how the sort of connection is maintained. It's just such a sort of a lovely idea. And you've done it with lots of pieces as well, haven't you?
It's also, if you were separated from people, which we have been recently, you can connect with them through this piece. So if they've got one piece on their wall, they can look at, maybe their mother's in another country and she's got her piece. And when you look at your pieces, you know that you're both connecting at that time. So it's a beautiful
lovely.
concept.
So some of the other pieces here.
So this one is pretty stunning. This is
It's my favourite. I love this one.
Lisa Esquadro, and she is from up north, from Manchester, and she does very textured work. This is a bronze effect. It's beautiful. She's going to be doing an exhibition here in the next few months with Robert, who did the bike.
It's just so stunning that.
I'm trying to remember the name.
What else have we got here around the?
So then we have Wanda, who comes here quite often, who does these beautiful pieces. She does lots of amazing female pieces. This one is facing forward, brighter future. So she's facing forward, she's coming from a dark past into a brighter future. Very textured, very layered. She uses a lot of gold leaf, and her portraits are just stunning. The eyes in them, I was mesmerised.
Yeah,
absolutely beautiful. And we've got my Jonelle. This came from South Africa, and her pieces have all got very powerful stories to them. This one's called The Gatekeeper. She went through a marriage that failed and it left her heartbroken, and this woman protects her heart. So it's got quite a powerful message.
Gorgeous.
We've got Dr. Pan over here. Dr. Pan Spur that you'll see on telly and radio, and she does these pieces based around her clients because she's a therapist. And these can tell stories again. It's a very big storytelling theme going on here.
So Annemarie is bringing together 100 artists, she was explaining to me, and then creating these sentiment pieces. And she's had this space now for a little while, and is going to have it for a couple of years. It's going to hold events and bring together more artists. And certainly, I'll be coming to these events and I'm invited and bringing other people as well. So that gives you sort of a flavour. There's so much here to show you, so you should come down and have a look. I'll put the link on it. But getting on to sort of the subjects of mindset and the subjects of anxiety and how you can relieve it. We're not all creative artists. Some of us have got creativity inside us. Some of us don't, like me, for example, don't consider myself creative. But as Annemarie was explaining, you can actually be creative in other ways. You can do things at home, which are such a great way of relieving anxiety. We've all seen those sort of colouring in drawings, but you were saying, for example, your son does sort of uses Lego therapy.
They do it in school now, which is incredible, isn't it? Because he's got dyslexia and he's got mild autism as well. And he uses, when he creates with Lego, he gets lost in it for a long time, and it just takes his attention away from screens and TVs. It's a beautiful way of creating at every age. They do Lego therapy in old people's homes. And you should see my dad sits there with him for ages, and they get lost together.
And also, we were just saying that even you could do things at home, like we said, about cooking, about cleaning. I mean, it's not something I've really considered before. Maybe you have, but actually rather than, or as well as all of the things that I've spoken about before, you know, all of the savers, as I call them, the silence, the affirmations, the visualization, you know, reading, journaling, meditation. But sometimes doing something which is totally different, you have to fully focus on it, can really help you to relieve anxious feelings, really.
Like so with cleaning.
Yeah.
You are in total control of when you're cleaning, aren't you?
Yeah.
And you get lost and you know exactly what you're doing, and that takes you out of all the worry and the things you're thinking, and then you just zone out and zone in, if you like. Yeah. So yeah, cleaning is very powerful. Yeah. To take you away.
So that's it really for today. I just wanted to introduce you to such a talented lady, Annemarie. She's done some amazing photographs just now, and you know,
during model,
and during lockdown, you know, it's created all of this as well from scratch with her partner, and just so impressive. We haven't even spoken about, you know, they make these amazing bikes and things as well, and they've got all sorts of other just great pieces of art to have a look at. So do come along. It's where exactly are we? Because she even picked me up, so I don't even know quite where we are. We're near walking.
Yes, we're on 60 the highway, which is E1W. Yeah, it's right down the road from Tower Ridge.
And you've got an Instagram as well, which I'll tag you in as well.
Yes, which is Bickerton Grace Gallery.
Yeah. Okay. Simple. Well, I hope that's given you some thought for you know, a little bit more of a mindset sort of trick and hack, and also give you something to look at of interest and beauty. It's certainly been very uplifting for me. So anyway, that's it for today. Thanks, Emma.